not your internet plan, not your router brand. And no, your Wi-Fi isn't broken. That belief is the first mistake, because most homes already have fast internet. They just never unlock it. You pay for speed. You expect speed. But what you experience feels delayed. Video buffers. Calls stutter. Pages load halfway. And the worst part? Everyone assumes this is normal. It isn't. What's happening inside your home Wi-Fi is something almost nobody explains. And one hidden decision quietly controls everything. But before we touch that, we need to reset how you think about Wi-Fi. Because Wi-Fi doesn't push internet. It negotiates access. And every device in your home is competing. Phones syncing photos. TVs preloading shows you're not watching. Laptops updating silently. Smart devices checking in constantly. All of them talk first to one place. Your router. And that router decides who goes first and who waits. That's the part most people never adjust. But let's start where speed actually begins. Measurement. Before changing anything, you need a baseline. Not to impress anyone. Not to screenshot. Just to understand reality. Run a speed test from a phone or laptop. Look at 3 numbers. Download. Upload. Ping. Download affects streaming and browsing. Upload affects calls and cloud work. Ping affects responsiveness. If those numbers look fine, but your experience feels slow, that's your first clue. The internet isn't the problem. The delivery is. And delivery starts with placement. Router placement is not cosmetic. It's physics. Wi-Fi doesn't drop downward. It spreads outward. So when a router sits on the floor, half the signal is wasted immediately. Place it higher. Shelf height. Eye level. Central, not cornered. Avoid thick walls. Avoid cabinets. Avoid metal surfaces. Distance matters less than obstruction. Even moving a router a few feet can dramatically change coverage. Same router, same plan, different results. But placement alone doesn't solve everything. Because Wi-Fi also competes with noise. Microwaves, Bluetooth, baby monitors, other routers, especially your neighbors. Wi-Fi is shared airspace. Most routers use default channels, and most homes never change them. That means dozens of networks fighting for the same lane. Traffic builds. Packets collide. Speed drops. Choosing a less crowded channel reduces interference instantly. Not theoretically. Practically. And this is where most people stop. They tweak placement. They reboot. They feel a small improvement. Then disappointment. Because the real limiter isn't position. It's control. Inside your router is a setting almost no one touches. Not because it's hard, but because no one tells them it matters. Traffic prioritization, also called quality of service. This is where Wi-Fi changes from chaos into rules. Without prioritization, every device shouts at once. With it, the router decides who speaks first. Your video call over a background download. Your movie over a silent update. Your work laptop over a smart TV buffering previews. Same internet speed. Totally different experience. Most people upgrade plans before enabling this. That's why upgrades disappoint. Because more speed doesn't fix bad decisions. But prioritization only works when your network is clean. Which brings us to devices. Every connected device uses bandwidth. Even when idle. Old phones. Tablets you forgot. Guest devices from months ago. They don't announce themselves. They just consume. Check your router's device list. Anything you don't recognize, remove it. Anything unused, disconnect it. Fewer devices means fewer negotiations. And fewer negotiations mean faster delivery. Security plays a role here too. An unsecured or weakly secured network invites freeloaders. Not hacks and hoodies. Just neighbors' devices. Strong encryption matters. WPA2 at minimum. WPA3 if available. Not for paranoia, for performance. Because every unauthorized device adds competition. And competition is the real enemy of speed. Now let's talk about stability. Routers are computers. They run processes. They store temporary memory. They get cluttered. A quick unplug doesn't reset that. Power cycling does. Unplug the router. Wait at least 30 seconds. Then plug it back in. Not daily. Not obsessively. Once a month is enough. This clears stuck processes and refreshes connections. Simple, effective. Still, even with perfect setup, hardware matters. Routers age. Standards evolve. If your router is more than 5 years old, it's likely managing traffic inefficiently. Newer standards don't just increase speed. They improve efficiency. Wi-Fi 6 doesn't make the air faster. It makes conversations smarter. More devices handled simultaneously. Less waiting. Less collision. For larger homes, range becomes a factor. Not extenders that repeat weak signals. Mesh systems that cooperate. Nodes that talk to each other intelligently. Seamless coverage. One network. No dead zones. But here's the truth most videos avoid. Even the best hardware fails without proper control. Which brings us back to the hidden setting. The one almost no home checks. Device priority. Not speed tests. Not router placement. Priority. This is where you tell Wi-Fi what matters most. Your work device. Your main TV. Your phone. Everything else waits. Once enabled, Wi-Fi stops guessing. It follows rules. And rules beat raw speed every time. This is why nights feel worse. More devices active. More competition. Same rules. Unless you change them. That's why some homes feel fast on modest plans. And others feel slow on expensive ones. It's not the pipe. It's the decisions inside it. And almost no one ever looks. Because routers are treated like background objects. Blinking lights. Silent boxes. But they're not passive. They actively decide. Access. Priority. Protection. All without asking you. Until you step in. This isn't about becoming technical. It's about becoming intentional. Understanding that Wi-Fi isn't magic. It's negotiation. And once you control the rules, you stop reacting and start directing. Most people never unlock this. They upgrade plans, buy extenders, blame providers. But the biggest gains come from awareness, from one hidden decision. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Because if your router already decides who gets speed, who waits, and who slows down, the real question isn't whether your Wi-Fi can be faster. It's this: why did no one ever show you how much control you already had?